Hi guys! Today I'm going to do an instructional about how to sew your pointe shoes. So I have my dead pointe shoe and then my new pointe shoe that I'm going to be sewing. And if this is your first time sewing pointe shoes, then you don't have to have your dead pointe shoes, you know. Just kind of go off of this on the new pointe shoe and use your foot, because that's what I used to do. So I have all my ribbons pre-cut, and I did this by taking my old pointe shoe and just like putting the ribbon right over it and cutting it to that length. But always make sure you cut it a tiny bit bigger than that, so you could have room to cut it if it frays or burn it with a lighter. So I have the one short one and then the long one. It's the way that I tie my pointe shoes. So for you it may be different, just depends. Alright, so you take your new pointe shoe and you bend down the back like this. You make a line right here. So it comes from the seam right here and it goes all the way up here. And you have a pencil and you just kind of go from the very back of the seam all the way up to make a line. So you could just kind of see where you're going to be putting your ribbons at. Not sure if you can see this, but the line is kind of not too dark, but that's where the ribbon's going to go. So just do this for the other side too. Sometimes these aren't exact, so then I just fix them when I'm sewing them. And this is going to be for my right pointe shoe, so my little ribbon goes on the inside. And always do your ribbons first before you do your elastics. Alright, so you want to like put about an inch in here, just get the gist of it. And I have a hot glue gun that I use. I'm not sure if anybody else does this technique, but it really helps. It makes everything go faster. So. Alright. I use a note card to put it on, just so it doesn't burn anything. So then here's my little ribbon. So you put it on this seam, like right here, that you just made with the pencil. And hold it here with your thumb. Like that. And it should be sort of diagonally too, following the pencil. And then you just take your hot glue gun, sort of glue right here. Make sure you don't burn your fingers. So if you're young, just have your parent do this. And make sure when you're gluing, you don't glue this outer part, because it has a little stretch elastic in there and it won't be able to stretch if you glue it. So just down here. And right now I'm not going to sew because that's just going to take a long time for this video. So to make it go faster, I'm just going to hot glue and then sew later. Okay, now you get to see me actually measure, like how I measure. So you like flip this inside out. It's fairly easy actually. And then you just take the elastic and put it over. Make sure it matches up. Make sure there's no free spaces in between either. Like if it goes like that and then you're pulling it far like that, because then it wouldn't be matched up right. And just cut it. Okay. And now for me, with the ribbon and the elastics, remember I like to do this diagonal with the ribbon, but you don't need the pencil for the elastics. because all you have to do is follow off of this little line in the back seam and you put it right along there. So I usually put them on the inside of the shoe. I used to put them on the outside because my teacher told me to. So it would look like this. So if you wanted to sew it on the outside of the shoe, you can, or the inside, it doesn't really matter. But so they're on either side of that. Plus it keeps the heel up, so when you're going on demi pointe, it doesn't slide down off of your foot. So then hot glue this. Remember, just hot glue a little area and then sew the top later. It goes like this. Now hot glue the other side. Make sure you want to take your time and make sure you're doing everything right. So you have this. And if it is ever wrong, like, you could just rip off the hot glue because it does come off with enough force. So then once you get all this done, so before sewing, just try it on and make sure it's correct, and then sew after. So I hope you like my informative video, and I hope you try my method